Good afternoon, everybody. It's Nafsi Yoga and legs number 5 in our series for just the focus on leg work. So with leg work, we're literally going from toes, ankles, calves, quads, hamstrings, and yes, glutes, and a little bit of lower back work as well. So we are gonna, and just a little bit of core, not much. So for today, a chair, piece of furniture, just in case for some of the balancing we'll do. A strap or a towel might be helpful as well. So we have our Parni Pranasana, it's our variation of boat pose to do. All right, let's get right into the groove here. We're gonna get started in a nice, comfortable standing posture. The feet about hips width apart, please. We are working on the assumption that we've been up and moving pretty much all day here. And a nice, easy forward fold. So the hands can come down the legs, bend the knees a little bit as necessary, as a nice, easy forward fold. You don't have to reach and force your hands to the ground. If they reach the mat, great. If not, no big deal. Keep the head relaxed. It's just hanging out. Now play with this, please. Bend your knees a little more. See how that feels, especially on the lower back. And then lengthen the legs, or straighten them out, as I like to say. And you'll feel it getting a little tighter in the calf, back of the knees, and the hamstring. So find that happy medium there. Ragdoll. Go ahead and grab opposite elbows. Frame your head. And you can turn the body a little bit left and right. And as you turn, you can tug on that outside elbow just a little bit. I know, into the upper back and middle range back here, but it's going to be worthwhile as we look at the legs, and you can feel the stretch on the opposite leg from where you're stretching, where you're moving out. And release your hands to the mat. Come up halfway. So the knees can still be bent here. Give me a flat back, nice and easy. Yeah, you should feel it as we lengthen the spinal column now. Chest comes forward, shoulders away from the ears. Now you can go ahead and lengthen the legs a little bit here if you can, if you're able to. If not, keep a small bend there. And inhale. Exhale, slide the hands down towards the feet or top of the mat and roll up slowly. So make it a funky roll up. Bend the knees a little more as you roll up, one vertebra at a time. All the way up to standing, small back bend, hands on hips, pelvis forward. Lift the heart towards the ceiling and bring it up to neutral. Good, breath and movement. Inhale, arms come up. Inhale the whole way through the nose. That's it, take your gaze up slightly. Exhale, arms down. Again, inhale, arms up. Small back bend at the top. Exhale, hands come down. Let's drive forward, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Keep the knees soft. Reaching for the mat. Top of the feet or shins. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reverse your swan dive, lift up, reach up all the way. Exhale your arms to the sides. So far, so good. Toe balance. Okay, for toe balance, if you're near a wall or piece of furniture, absolutely groovy. Everyone else, your feet are about hips width apart and just come up onto your toes. Oh yeah, that's it. Now look. It's okay if you have to step forward or back a couple of times, not a problem. And for those of you that are absolutely solid, you're having no problem maintaining this position, this balance, well, yeah, you wear heels. That's all I'm saying. You either practice this a lot or you wear heels. All right, working into all aspects of the foot with this one. The calves are alive. I shouldn't say that. Well, yeah, you wear heels, or maybe you're an avid cyclist, or you do that spin cycle thingamabob where they get crazy on the bike. All right, inhale. Exhale, heels come down. Step it out a few times, please. Okay, let's keep going with our balance posture here. It's a knee hold. So we're going to start with balancing on the left leg. Bring the right knee up. And if you're able to, I want you to hold on one or two hands. So we cup the knee, keep the torso tall, find your balance point here on that left leg, and then use the biceps to bring the knee in, the right knee in. Just go where you can. Now, if you're unable to clasp on the outside of the knee, maybe you can grab behind, underneath the thigh here and hold it just a bit. But do find a balance between your biceps holding and your quadriceps keeping the leg up. So I don't want you to lean forward on this one. All right, looks good. Hug it as tight as you can if you're able. And release. Other side. We're going to ground down on the right leg. Bring the left knee up. And remember, one or two hands you can grab behind the knee. And if you're only using one hand, that's fine. The other hand can be on whoever's practicing with you or bouncing against a wall or a chair or another piece of furniture. If you're able, try to use that bicep or biceps to bring the knee up a little higher. We're actually trying to hug that thigh into the lower abdominal organs there. Squeeze in. Still keeping the torso tall. Still breathing in deep. And release. Woo. And step it out, please. So far, so good. Let's keep going. A forward fold. Inhale, arms come up. Inhale the whole way up. Exhale, swan dive down. Come up halfway with the breath. So we breathe in through the nose and come up only halfway, giving us a flat back. Your hands can brace on the knees or anywhere on the legs. Inhale. Exhale, slide the hands down towards the mat. And from here, listen carefully, come onto your toes. You can bend your knees a bit here, but come onto your toes. So we're lifting the heels. That's it. If you're not touching the mat, that's fine. Hands can be braced on the legs, maybe on top of the knees, and still lift your heels. Good. Stay on your toes. Use your core. Lift your torso. Slowly, controlled. Bring the torso up all the way. We're still on our toes. Nice. Give us another breath. Exhale, heels come down. Good stuff. Come to the front of your yoga space. Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet are together or slightly apart if you need it. Here we go. Our warrior series, warrior 1, warrior 2, and Pasarita Padasana. Inhale, the arms up. Bring the palms together. Exhale the breath as the hands come down to your heart center. And let's take the right foot, right leg back to warrior 1. So the right foot steps back a few feet. You may be a little closer together than me. That's fine. Chest and pelvis favor the front. Slight bend in the left leg, the front leg. Keep those arms energized as you reach up. And you might do a small back bend here. Not necessary though. Hey, that right leg, the back leg is tight. The right foot is pressing into the mat. That's it. Inhale. Exhale into warrior 2. We twist a little to the right. Arms extend. So now your chest and pelvis favor the right side of your yoga space. And the only part of your vertebra that's twisting here is the cervical, the neck, as you look over the left hand. This is warrior number 2. You might actually be able to open up the legs a little more. There we go. Inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. and move the left foot to face the right. So now we're completely facing the right side of the mat. This is a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lean back a little. Exhale, forward fold, come down halfway. Just halfway. That's it. You can feel your fingers going into the crease of your hips there. Your legs are long and strong. They're holding on here. Your core is in. We have a flat back or near enough a flat back. Chest comes forward. That's it. Give me one more breath. On the exhale, release your hands and you can bring the torso down a little closer to the mat. You do not have to work on the crown of the head towards the mat right now. Think about the legs initially, please. The feet are pigeon-toed. Toes are coming in a little bit, heels are going out. Legs are long and strong. If you are slipping, hug in. Hug into the core. That's what we're doing here. All right, other than that, you're more than welcome to bring that torso down a little closer. A micro bend in the knees is fine, but we're going to work towards having long legs, elongated legs with this one. Keep your stomach in. That's it. Heads relaxed. Looks good. Give me one more breath. Next inhale, walk the fingers, hands forward. Then we get a bit of a flat back, and then heel, toe, the feet together. Heel, toe, the feet together. And you can roll the torso up. Doesn't have to be all pretty. Just make your way up to standing and step it out and come to the front of the mat. Okay, let's keep going. Other side. We start off in Tadasana. Inhale, arms come up, palms come together. Exhale the breath as the hands come down to heart center and take the left foot back to warrior one. That's it. Keep those arms energized as you reach up. 2 breaths here, folks. Tweak it a little bit here to get into your best position. Inhale. Exhale, warrior number 2. We twist the torso to the left a little. Hands equal to or higher than the shoulders. Let's keep working here. Nice. Chest and pelvis are favoring the left side of the mat. You're looking over the right hand. Inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. Right toes now face the left. And you see the legs are long now. I took the bend out of the right leg. Vasanita Padastasana C on the Ashtanga side. Clasp your hands behind you. That's it. Good. Now, inhale, lean back a little, extend the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Come down just halfway if you can. This may be tricky. If you have really tight shoulders, you may have to put a strap or a towel or a sock and hold on to that with your hands. Other than that, keep the hands off the butt. I know we're working shoulders here. If it's resting on the butt, lift. Legs are long. You may not come down as far with this one, but go ahead. Bring the torso down a little lower. Eyes open. Breath is deep. Looks good. With time, you will have the crown of your head on the floor with your wrist overhead on the floor. All right. You can release your hands to the mat. Release your hands. Take the feet a little wider if you'd like. Try to lengthen them out. Best of your ability. Nice long legs. Wonderful. One more breath in. Next inhale. Walk the hands forward. Give me a flat back or something nearby it. And heel toe the feet together. Heel toe the feet together and roll up slowly. Ah, right. Nice. Step it out a bit here. All right, let's keep going as we're working really nicely into the legs. Let's look at the glute. It's called airplane. All right, we're going to do this from Tadasana, front edge of the mat. And remember, for our balancing posture, if you're near a wall or a piece of furniture, that's groovy. We'll start balancing on the left leg. So take the right foot back just a little bit and you're on your big toes. That's it. Keep the torso tall. I don't want you to lean forward yet. Keep the torso tall. Lift the right toes off the mat. That's it. So the toes are lifted and now that glute, I know, the right hip, the right side of the butt, nice and tight. As you keep the torso tall and lift the toes off the mat, keep the leg long. Try not to bend it. Just keep the leg long. Okay. Now that you've got the connectivity, bring the torso down just a little bit. Keep raising the back leg. Only come down as far as you can maintain your balance. With time, you'll look like the letter T. Hands, well, keep them resting by your sides here as you're flying, or you can clasp your hands together. Clasp the fingers together, lift the hands off the butt. So keep working on shoulders. Lots of options here, folks. And recover. Nice. Other side. From Tadasana, or mountain pose, take your left foot back a few inches and you're on your big toes. And lift the left foot off the mat. That's it. Hang here for a second because as you lift the left foot off, you feel the left hip go tight, your core gets a little tighter, and now we're ready. Bring the torso down just a little bit, but keep that left leg coming up. We're trying to make sure that torso and that left leg are connected. So we don't bring the torso down and the leg is still down, or vice versa. Okay, that's it. Do what you can here. Clasp the fingers behind you if you'd like. A little shaky there is not a problem. Feel free to come back in and join us. And I'm a little shaky here. One more breath and recover. Step it out. Good work. Pada Gustasana. This is our deep forward fold. Peace fingers are clasped onto your big toes. If you can't reach your big toes, you can grab onto your ankles or your shins. From Tadasana, feet slightly apart, hands on hips. Inhale, lean back a little. Exhale, forward fold, and release your hands. Peace fingers, go to your big toes if you can grab them. Okay, now my legs are slightly bent here. Feel free to bend your knees as necessary. Keep your head relaxed. Inhale, look towards the top of your yoga space. And on your exhale, pull. Use your biceps. Pull the torso down. You're trying to plant your face on your legs. Lengthen the legs. Straighten them out just a little bit. That's it. Pull. Pull your stomach in. Your biceps are pulling your torso down. Pull. Pull. And pull. Looks good. One more breath. Release your grip. Bend your knees slightly. Roll up slowly. I like putting my hands on top of the knees to bring myself up all the way. Small back bend at the top here. Hands on hips. Pelvis forward. Lift the heart and bring it up to neutral. Nice. So far, so good. Okay, one more balancing posture. It's our hip thigh stretch. We'll demonstrate this. Do what you can on this one. We're going to start by balancing on the left leg. Take your right foot, cross it over your left knee. Simple. I know it gets worse. Now we're going to sit down just a little bit. I'm going to come to the side here. So sit down just a little bit. Ooh. Feel free to hold on to something if necessary. Now, I'm not going to come down too far here. Try to keep your torso tall. And the knee, the right knee, you can push that down just a little bit. It becomes a hip opener. So we're balancing. Some of you are going to have your arms out. You remember we've done this in the past. I'll leave that as an option for you there. You can have one hand on a piece of furniture or a wall to balance, or keep your hands on that right leg, which is covering the left knee, and recover. Nice and easy. Bring the foot down, lengthen. Okay, other side. A little bit of fun with this posture here. We're now balancing on the right leg. Take the left foot, cross it over the right knee. And actually, I'm crossing my right ankle over that knee. And we sit down just a little. Some people are going and sitting down a whole lot, which is great. Just do what you can here. We have a tendency to start to come forward. Try to bring the torso back a bit. Whew. Good. You can use that left hand on the inside of the left knee to push it down just a little bit for that hip opener. Hip opener, balance. We've got it all happening here. And remember, if you've got it, take those arms up. You can do any number of things with the arms. I've even seen people clasp behind. Torso's tall, but they're still working on shoulders. There are a lot of variations in the arm practice. And recover. Ooh, I felt that one. Okay, so far so good. From the center or back third of your mat, three-legged downward dog. It's downward dog with one raised leg. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Come up halfway. And on your exhale, you can walk your hands forward on the mat or walk your feet back to downward facing dog. We'll go through the numbers. Hands are about shoulders width apart. Heads relaxed in between the arms. You're looking at your knees, ankle, or feet, or the wall behind you. And the feet, we're trying to get flat. All right, let's do this. Three-legged dog. Take your left leg straight back and up. Don't bend it, just lift the left leg up. Lift. I know, we're working into that glute again. That left hip, lift. Keep your head relaxed, your stomach, your core is in. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the left foot down, right leg up. And we're still trying to keep that other foot flat on the mat. It's a lot on the Achilles. That's it. Bring the right leg up. Just lift. Try to keep it straight. Lift. Head's relaxed. Lift. Core is in. Lift. The left foot is flat on the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot down. Knees come down. Child's pose. So the big toes are together. Take the knees apart as necessary. Hips push back to the heels. You can fold your arms if you'd like. We're here for 4 breaths. Deep Ujjayi Pranayama breaths. You can release your head. Relax it on your arms as your hips push towards the heels. One more breath in. And let's bring it up. Let's have a seat for heron pose. So we're going to sit down with the legs extended in front. And this is a good time to have your strap or blanket nearby. So we're doing a modified heron pose. So with the legs extended, let's start with the left leg. Go ahead and bend it. And I'm going to try to clasp my fingers together on the underside of my left foot. And we're going to lift the left leg up and try to extend it. Now, if this is not working, you can grab your ankle, your shin, or grab the foot on either side, left and right. You can use the peace fingers of your left hand. Just want to show off, that's fine too. But heron pose uses both hands to clasp that foot and lift the leg up. Now, I said this is a variation of the pose because your right leg would typically be folded behind you. So you can bend it to the side so that your right heel is underneath your right hip. If that's in your practice, please go for it. Make it happen. It can be challenging for those of us with really tight hips. Other than that, you're doing great right here. And yes, if you have a strap, if you just can't reach that foot, this is fine. This is absolutely groovy. A strap, a towel, a shirt, whatever. Try to keep the torso up, keep the right leg either flexed in front of you or folded, and bring that left leg up. Last breath in and recover. Nice. Let's do the other side. Right leg, I'm going to bend it a bit here. Grab, hold it underneath, and extend the leg up. That's it. Okay, so far so good. Extend the leg. Now, I have a slight bend in this leg. It's a little tight for me here, but a slight bend, a micro bend, we're good with. Keep the torso as tall as you can. Bring that leg up a little higher. If you can imagine having a straight leg and kissing your leg from this position, nice. We'll take a look at that later on as our yoga year continues. All right, one more breath and recover. Woo. Shake the legs out. Okay, you have your strap or towel. Let's go ahead and use it for Pranasana. Pranasana is what we just did, but we're using both legs. So I'll take the strap, put it around my feet, get some of the slack out here, oops, and lift the legs up together. So now this is our balancing posture, well, balancing on our tailbone here, using the core, leg strength, and biceps to find that happy balance here. Now, if you don't have a strap, a towel, or anything to lasso the feet, just do boat pose. Y'all know what I'm talking about. With boat pose, we're not using any implements to keep the legs up other than your hamstrings and core. All right. Remember, you can also do this against the wall, or maybe put your feet up, your heels onto a piece of furniture, and then lift the torso up. Great workout for the core. Keep your breath nice and deep. Keep your eyes open. I want you to fall back. We only have one set here, Pranasana. We're doing good. Last breath in. Exhale, recover. Nice. Shake the legs out a bit here, please. Yes, Miss Rain. And Konasana. So I'm going to turn to face the camera. Upavista Konasana. So from a seated posture, just open up the legs. Now, if you have a towel or a blanket you like to sit on this posture, that's groovy. I like doing it as well. I sit on the very edge of the towel, so my pelvis is just rolling forward a bit. So that rolling forward will give you a skosh more room here to move. Okay, so now with the legs open as wide as they can be, hands in the middle, and just walk your hands forward. Now, those of you, and you know who you are, that can lie flat on the mat from your head to your chest, to your core, go ahead and lie down flat. Stay awake, please. The rest of us will join you here soon. You get to the point where you may not be able to walk your hands out too far, but then with time, it'll go further and further. And then you'll have your forearms resting on the mat. And then you'll be a lot further along where you'll be able to rest your head maybe on a yoga block. And then your head will be on the floor. We'll call this your homework posture for the week. Get into this posture, I'd say, for about 3 to 4 minutes. We won't be that long for this session. And of course, to enhance it, flex the feet. So activate the feet. So the heels are pushing out, toes are coming in at you. That's it. You feel the difference now. All right, looks good. Come forward a little more. Give me one more breath. Next inhale, roll up slowly. Nice and easy, one vertebra at a time. Keep the legs there. Take your hands next to the hips. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down as you lift the heart towards the ceiling. And recover. Groovy. One leg at a time, work together. Just go ahead and bring the legs in. Oh, and you can bend them and hug them in a bit here. Ooh. Nice. Hug the knees into your lower abdominal organs here. And now keep the knees in their relative position. Just bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees open up. This is cobbler's pose. And I'm going to hold on to my feet here, but we're just letting the knees open up. Let gravity do its thing as the knees come down. For you, keep bringing the heels in a little closer. That's it. The closer you can bring those heels, you'll get a little more openness there in the hips. Some of you can consider using your elbows on the insides of your knees. It's adding a little bit of pressure to open them up. And I know there are some of you still who prefer putting weights of some type on your inner knees. So you can consider maybe something lightweight, a heavy pillow, phone book, a pair of small dogs. And doing this against the wall works really nicely. So if you're back against the wall, you've got a lot more support and you don't have to hold on to your feet, ankles, or shins. Now, I know some of you practice Ashtanga, so you have your forehead near your feet, and that's groovy. Nothing wrong with that at all. That's in the Ashtanga series. If you've got not the best lower back in the world, you can hang out right here. As we work into the pelvic girdle a little more here with gravity and your own muscles here to push the knees open. All right, we're looking good. Give me one more breath, please. Next inhale, bring the knees up and hug the knees in. Oh, and I'm bringing my chest, my torso forward as I squeeze everything together. And from here, Sukhasana. So you can sit in a comfortable seated posture. Any seated posture is fine. I'm typically prone for one leg out, one leg in. And now disengage the Ujjayi Pranayama breath. For right now, give me a scan, please, from the crown of your head, your uppermost chakra, all the way down to the toes, finding out what's happening in the body at this point. A little flexing, a little rotations, just a quick feel around the whole of the body to see where we're at. It was legs, but we did a little more than just that. With one last deep inhalation, bring the arms up, palms come together. Exhale the breath as the hands come down. Pass the third eye to your heart center. From your mat to your world, remember always to remain kind. Remain gentle. And always remember to stay fearless. Thank you for a great session this evening. Thank you, and namaste.